Yeah, so total experience. So I'm like everybody. I get nervous. I have anxiety. I have fear of the unknown. I honestly, being an American, I'd never heard of Cyprus before this trip, right? So for me, this was a big deal to come in my mind, right? But we always make things bigger than they are. The flights here were easy. Once I got here, the people of this country are amazing, welcome me with open arms. I arrived at the clinic. It's a very nice facility. The nurses are friendly. They're very expert. Markus, his partners, the doctors, everybody here is here for you. It's a concierge medicine type environment, which is really nice. And the treatments have gone wonderfully. It doesn't really hurt, minus the prick of the needle in the beginning. And you know they have alternative therapies they provide with the IV infusion and medications that they can give you. It's really a one-stop shop for long COVID. It's pretty amazing.
Would you say, one of our patients called it the Disneyland of long COVID? It wouldn't be so sad. Would you say that's like how it feels?
Well, I'll tell you, yeah. So when I walked in the waiting room, there's a bunch of thank you cards sitting at the front desk from patients. And I was like, oh, that's a really good sign. Because I'm trying to size up the place, you know? And now that I'm about to start my 4th treatment, I feel very inclined to write my own thank you card, you know? Because that's how I feel. I feel that energy of love. The people here want you to get better. They work hard for you to get better, and they're there for you. And in fact, I have to share this story. My son, I brought my family here. My 3-year-old.
You know, you're making me tear up now.
my 3-year-old, he got a respiratory infection out here. You know, being a 3-year-old, and the nurse was so kind to give me the contact of the pediatrician. And not only that, but reached out to the pediatrician. It was her own pediatrician for her kids, and got an appointment. It was just from her heart. She just did it because she was like, I could only imagine being in a foreign country with a sick child. And I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. And we just felt at home immediately. I actually don't miss home, to be honest with you.
You know why this makes me emotional? Because I relive my own story every day, several times.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if that's a good therapy though, but every time somebody's sitting in the apheresis chair, it's just like my own story, right? So sometimes when I talk about it, I forgot lots of my own story. But it's just like every time I see somebody, it's, yeah, okay, this person needs help. And I think that's, one patient said one thing that I like a lot, but it's a bit sad as well. He said, the reason you're doing things differently is because you have it.
Yeah,
nobody who didn't have it will ever understand us people with long COVID.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, you're exactly right. Like, you understand it. So the treatments have gone well. We did have the second treatment. I had a clot that clogged the machine, which it happens. You know, that's why we're here. And so I was put on medication to help thin my blood. Came back. Treatment was a success. I'm feeling better. I'm feeling relieved. My POTS symptoms have subsided substantially, and my body feels like it's going into a mode of healing. And this is a great island to rest. You know, we spent time just resting, watching the sea. You know, my whole family's been pretty entertained. My son calls the beach the big sandbox, and so he likes to go out there and play. So it's been great. It really has. In fact, I think we're going to come back to Cyprus just for only fun one day.
Great. Well, you're always welcome. I hope we're not going to see you again as a patient. That's what I tell everyone.
Thank you.
Because now we have early treatment to avoid you falling back.
Right.
So for a coffee, for a barbecue, for a dinner, anytime.
Okay.
Hopefully never again as a patient.
Sounds good.
Yeah,
All right.
thank you
Thanks
so
so
much.
much.